Sciatica, or sciatic nerve pain in general, can be a very irritating, annoying, and sometimes debilitating thing to experience. So in this video, we're going to go through 4 exercises that I use personally, as well as prescribe to my clients, to not only alleviate the symptoms of sciatica, but also to arm yourself to better handle it. First exercise is a sciatic nerve glide. This involves you lying flat on your back. You're going to extend one leg away to the ground and then have the other leg bend with your arms wrapped around the back of the thigh. You're going to extend the leg into the ceiling a couple of times. You breathe in, bend your leg. You breathe out, extend the leg into the ceiling. So we're going to do this a couple of times, anything between 2 to 5 reps. And then once you reach your desired reps, you're going to hold at the top. From this point onwards, your head and your foot are going to mimic each other. So breathe in, and then you push, toes goes to the ceiling, head goes with it. Breathe out. Head goes down, your foot or your toes point towards your face, your head pushes into the ground, you breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. So. And what we're doing here is simply flossing the nerve. So, unlike your muscles, your nerves are not stretchy. Your nerves cannot be stretched. The muscles can be stretched. They're elastic, your nerves aren't. So what you can do is glide the nerve across its path. And that's what we're doing here. We're gliding your nerve, we're flossing it up and down its pathway to help relieve any stresses, any tightness, or any blockages that may be obstructing it in its path to help alleviate your sciatic symptoms. You're going to have your arms and legs in the air, your shins parallel with the floor. This is known as a tabletop position. You're going to take some air in, go into posterior pelvic tilt by pushing your lower spine towards the ground. You're going to extend your opposite leg and arm away from each other. You hold for a few seconds and then you breathe out, you reset back to your starting position. The key thing here is to make sure that you're always in a pelvic tilt position, core engaged to go with it. So breathe in, pelvic tilt, extend your legs and arms opposite away from each other. You hold for a few seconds and then breathe out, back to the top we go. So pelvic tilt, breathe in, hold for a few seconds, you breathe out, you reset back to the top position. The key thing here is to maintain stability and control. This means you're going to brace your core tightly, go into your posterior pelvic tilt, and when you get to the end of your extension, you hold for a few seconds and then very carefully return back to your starting position. This is a lumbopelvic mobility exercise. Firstly, you're going to need a box or a bench that's around hip height. You're going to have your back nice and neutral. So neutral meaning that you have your back in its most natural position. And then from here, you're going to have your hips directly over your knees. We're going to lock it in that position. This means that the only thing that we're going to be moving will be your lumbar spine region. So first thing we're going to do is take some air in and then flex your lumbar spine away from the box. Breathe in and then you extend back down, arching your back. Breathe out. So breathe in. Breathe out. The Jefferson Curl is very simple. You're going to stand nice and tall. Keep your arms down, shoulders relaxed. First thing you're going to do is take some air in. You take some air in, simply arch your back, so bend your back and curl through your top spine, slowly bending all the way down towards your toes. You're going to extend your arms straight down, either touch your toes or touch the ground, whichever one you can get to. You breathe out, you breathe in again, and then once again we carefully Return back to your starting position as you also breathe out very gently. Returning back to your starting position. The key things to remember when it comes to your Jefferson curl is to keep your lower half softly locked. So we're not hyperextending your knees. You want to maintain a stiff lower half, softly locked knees, and then you curl your back as you slowly curl through the rest of your spine, going down into the space. So notice I'm not bending my knees, legs are literally static. You take some air in again when you get down here, and then very slowly back to the top we go. We breathe out. If you wish to, you can perform this exercise loaded, so you can hold a dumbbell or so in each hand, or even a barbell in front of you, to allow you to add a little bit of a loaded nature to the exercise. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned a thing or two and found the video very useful. If you did, please consider leaving a like, and a subscription will also be gratefully appreciated.